Welcome back. We've driven all the screws into that thing. We're ready. We have never been more ready for step 2 in our whole life. So let us cheers to step 1 being done, step 2 nearly through. Get it, got it, good. You know, I feel like I'm missing a couple things. First off, I don't know where my bandana is. Keeps my sweat out of my eyes. Luckily, I'm not quite sweating right now, but as soon as I leave it off for too long, I will be sweating. And secondly, I need a piece that I ain't got here. It's got 4 big holes and 1 tiny hole on the long, thin side, and 2 mid-sized holes on the side. So look for that. And I'm also gonna get myself my bandana. So I think I spy where it is. I think I know where that piece of wood is. So hold on. Important things first. Get myself my bandana. I feel better already. Now I'm supposed to look for a piece of wood with 4 big holes and 1 tiny hole. Let's see, where could it be? There's a tiny hole, there's a tiny hole, there's a tiny hole. Tiny hole, big hole. Those all look the same. Oh, wait a second. I found it. That was close. It looks almost exactly like the other pieces, except you can count them out. Big hole number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, tiny hole, only 1 of them. So, alright, let's get moving on. What do we got to do with this? Oh, I found the piece, but now I don't know what to do with it. I gotta look at the picture. Which is okay, because that's what the pictures are for. That is what the pictures are for. Step number 2. It's really going to take a lot of thought process. Hold on. Test your spatial relationships. So, that being said, there's 2 of these. One of these has a big hole, and I'm talking about step 1. Step 1. Let's find one of these things. Let's flip it on up. Alright. And at the top of this, one of these has a metal peg on both sides. That you can see. And secondly, one of those sides has a big hole above it. This right here. There ain't no hole on the other side. I don't know if you can see that. But I'll tell you can trust me, there ain't no hole above that over there. Oh, and I didn't screw one of these things in. So, that being said, I understand now what I gotta do. Hold on. Let me screw this last screw in. Oh, shoot. Alright. This is good, because you missed out on a lot of me screwing this thing up. Getting it all set straight. Alright. That's how you do it. You get that muscle in there. Boom. Done. If you see them as they go and you forget to screw something in, don't be embarrassed. Just screw it. But the last thing you want to do is see it and then try to pretend like you didn't forget and leave it. Nobody's going to win then. So, alright. Here we go. Hold on. Time to take another look here. Alright, so it is really confusing. So, let's just set it up simply. We're going to have to flip this around one more time. Hold on a second. We're going to flip this around so that it's facing the same way I'm looking at the picture. Alright. Move this wood over. Standing over it. I'm looking at the picture. Alright. So, that being said, well, I got the wrong one. You want to switch these big boys out. Alright, put this one, there's two of this thing. Oh, dang. Oh, okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see here, hold on. So, we're going to hold it like this. The side with only one hole is on the top towards me, and the bottom one. Alright, so what I've done here, you're just going to have to trust me here. You have got to absolutely line this up perfectly, because if you mess it up at all, you are in big trouble. So now you're going to get one of these dowel rods. They look like earplugs or something. And you're going to make sure you face it the right way. Make sure you face it. So, I believe that I have gotten it correct. Okay. There we go. Putting this in. Alright, now we're going to set that down. Let's see here. Let us see here. So now, I'm going to take one more of those dowel rods and we're going to put it in the opposite one. There we go. We don't want to block the screw part. So there we go. Alright. Ba-doo-ba-doo. So now we're going to need to set this down sideways, I believe, pretty soon. I guess we've made it to step 3. Let's take a look at step 3 here. Oh, this is the big commitment part. We're going to take one of these finalizers. They're like a little screw that we put in and it latches. It latches to the other screw. We're going to put that in. So, be careful. Oh man, you better pray that you've got it set up now, because this is one of those steps you can't go back from. It's one of those times. Oh. Oh, I hope I did it right. It would be really embarrassing if I didn't. Oh, now I gotta use those other pieces that look almost exactly the same. I gotta line them all up, and I gotta do it to the next level. Okay. So these things, each of these must be one of those front pieces, alright? I'm gonna take a look at that. Alright, well, we figured it out. It took a lot of concentration, and we want to make sure that we aren't messing anything up. Alright. So, we are making it so that the thing just looks exactly like the picture. This is very, very difficult. I'm really, really hoping this is turning out right, because if I'm messing this up, I've got a lot of explaining to do to my lady. She is going to be furious. I didn't realize how difficult these were at the beginning of step 1. I thought to myself, this was pretty much pre-made. I made a crib, alright, and it didn't take much time. It was like probably six real big steps. The big posts was 4 of them, and then the little tiny poles was the 5th, and then all the jagged parts to keep the baby in was the 6th part. And it works great. It bought me a lot of extra time. I thought this was going to be easy. This is difficult. This is really difficult. It feels like I'm pressing a puzzle piece together and they don't belong. But don't worry. So, anyways, let me show you this really quick. So what I've done, whoosh, I'm lining up the big screws that are sticking out, those 8 that I put on each of them. I'm lining up to the big holes in the where it's missing the big holes. I'm putting a dowel rod. Oh, I really hope this is working right, because this is scary. This is really scary. But I'm going to come back to you once I've put all of these things in. It's the same thing every single time, over and over and over.